Oh, that's a good fish.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Your boy TrollsAlmighty here, and today I got a saucy video for you guys. Today we're fishing in Kingsport at the Holston River. What else will we be doing on this channel? And we use a few different setups, but we had one in particular that got it done. Okay, let's break it. Okay, let's break it. This right here is the exact setup that got it done for us today. As you've seen by the title and probably thumbnail, today we use the Rainbow Trout Propduster to catch some smallies out of a river. And with the way today looks, because I'm obviously not filming this intro on the same day, probably going to be hitting the river again today. Regardless of the fact, this is the lure that gets it done for us today. We used 3 of Chasebaits lures today. We used the Drunken Mullet, the Mud Bug, and the Propduster. We get bites on both, but we only catch fish on this bad girl. Regardless, we did have some pretty sweet blow-ups. With it being summer, the water is just a little bit lower. That is until it rains, and it's going to be raining a little bit on and off this week. So I decided to hit the water and see if I could get some smallies. And speaking of, let's go ahead and get to that. So I'll see you guys on the water.
There we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in good old Kingsport, Tennessee. I mean, what else would we be doing on a Teach a Man to Fish episode? And today, I'm throwing the Chasebaits Drunken Mullet in the gold shiner color. This is my go-to lure here. Right now, we're at the riverfront, just testing the waters before we start wading today. And my Lord, doesn't she just look beautiful today? I love this river system. This is by far my favorite place to fish on the planet. Haven't been to the Amazon, but I do love this place a ton. As you guys know, this is always my starting point, but it's not where we're gonna catch our tank boys today. It could be, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys, that's gonna be where we wade, where the forks actually meet. Before we go there, we might as well try up here in the shoal. So I'll see you guys when we get there. Like I said, I always try here, and you can see why. I mean, this place is just gorgeous. I'm trying to get in this foam right here. I'm not entirely sure, but I think the water level is actually down from the last time I was here. The last time I was here, I caught my PB. If you guys haven't seen that, then be sure to check that out right up here. As you can see though, or maybe you can't see, but hopefully you can. There's a ton of overcast here today, which means the topwater should be good. And if you guys have ever seen me fish in this place, you know that topwater is pretty much my go-to. You can't really beat it here on the Holston River, especially for the big boys and girls. We don't discriminate. But if the water level is down today, that's going to make it way easier to wade, which I'm all for. And it should concentrate these smallies a little bit more. The big ones are going to be in the little bit deeper stuff. But if you guys have ever fished this place, then you know pretty much everywhere in the Holston River is shallow, at least through this area. Man, that's a good cast. Oh wow, that's not a smallmouth. That is not a smallmouth. And of course, on the last cast I was gonna make here, I get hung up. So I'll see you guys at the wade spot. Well, that was literally first cast. I looked away because I didn't expect him to be there. Let's see if he'll hit it again. Okay, I know where he's sitting now, at least. Wow. That just shows you how amazing these smallies are. To be sitting in this stuff, it's just insane. Pretty shallow for a tank to be sitting in. Well, like I said in the last video, you'd be surprised what these fish will sit in. Wow. That's pretty cool. Well, Logan, let's just ruin it by getting hung on a rock. That's okay, I don't think that smallmouth was gonna hit it anymore anyways. That was still crazy. Well, guys, as you can see, well, kinda can't, I'm tying my shoe right now. But as you guys can see, we are now at the God Shoal, in the water and wading, trying to catch some smallies. And we've already missed a bite today, so it makes me pretty optimistic about our chances. My personal best smallmouth came out of this shoal, and who knows, I'll probably get my PB again here. But as I've said many a time in these videos, it's really about just covering a lot of water and figuring out where these fish are. Man, this place looks beautiful today. If I could marry an inanimate object, it would be the Holston watershed. This river system's beautiful. The lake is world-renowned for smallmouth and trout. It's not that far away from my house, so that's a wombo combo. And it's really easy to wade, which is one of my favorite ways to fish ever. Just because you're actually out in the environment with the fish. It really is the most natural habitat to catch a fish. It's insane, I love it. Oh, come on, smallie. Ooh, I was hoping there'd be one right there. And as you guys have already seen, they'll hit it in the shallow stuff. But I'm going to continue with my regular patterns today. Working down this bank, working across the shoal, making it to where those geese are over there, where the forks meet, and just trying to catch some smallies today. And I got a feeling that we will. Already missed a bite today. That's insane. was literally first cast when I got here. If that doesn't tell you how crazy today's gonna be, I don't know what will. Regardless, let's start working down this bank. I also really like this place a lot because not a lot of people are willing to put in the effort to go wade here. And as you can see, we've got some boaters up there, which isn't a problem because they can't make it past this. So you really have this place to yourself, which is not, you can't really say that about a lot of places. This is an untouched fishery and by far my favorite. People talk about the New River and how awesome it is in Virginia. And believe me, it is. Holds a state record smallmouth and muskie, and I think walleye as well. But the Holston watershed is just a new breed. It's like the mini New River Junior per se. It's actually the best smallmouth fishery east of the Mississippi. You guys can see why. And these smallies love topwater. This place was literally meant for me. I talked about how you should work these topwaters in a river situation, especially if you're wading last video. But I should probably clarify what I was saying. I didn't really say it too clearly. What I meant to say is you either want to work these lures upstream and bring them down with the current, or work them perpendicular to the current. Anytime you're working against the current and bringing it back upstream, it's just not a natural presentation. Sure, it makes more noise, but it just looks odd to a fish that's supposed to be mimicking a dying bait fish, a fish that's struggling on the topwater, going upstream. They usually don't have that kind of power usually, and especially with this lure, you want to make it look like a dying bait fish presentation as much as possible. In fact, even the description for this lure says it looks like a fish on its last legs. I got some bait fish jumping out of the water right there. Thought there might be a smallie nearby. These fish are also sitting nose up in the current, looking straight into it, so it gives them the best chance to see the lure from a distance. Actually can't even see it, speaking of seeing it from a distance. So working it upstream gives them the best chance and possibility for a hookup. I'm not saying you won't get hookups working it against the current, because sometimes you will get a bite, but the most natural presentation is bringing it down current. Look at those bait fish jumping out. I'm excited to see that the fish are active today. It gives me a lot of confidence today. If you don't have confidence, you might as well go home. Ooh, got some bait. Ooh, still some more bait fish jumping out right there. Wow. That spot looks so juicy. In fact, almost everything in front of me really does. Oh, that was a bite. That was kind of a small fish, but a bite's a bite. I'll throw it back across that. I'm so glad they're on the topwater bite today. Oh, there are so many bait fish right here in front of me. Jesus, at least 8 bait fish jumped out of the water right there. Man, how's there not a smallie in that? There's so much food. Ooh, that was almost bad. The sun's coming out, which means the overcast is gonna go away pretty soon, so need to work this area as quickly as possible. Thoroughly and quickly as possible though. Even here you can see the water's pretty shallow and I got a bite right there. Whoa, what was that? Something just came and took a look at my line right there. Oh my God. That is a tank smallmouth. Please come and eat this. Please don't whiff it. He missed that right. He hit for it twice. Oh my God, I think that was its fin. First I thought it was a turtle. I didn't see him float past me, so I think he's still somewhere in front of me because he hit it literally right here at this rock in front of me. So I'm gonna sit here and work this area for a bit and see if I can coax him back out. Man, though. Man, that was a pig. All right, guys, we're at the place that we finished out in the last video. But today we're gonna be using the pumpkin seed color of the mud bug. Teed it up just a little bit. So I think the bottom tactic is gonna be the best for him. Plus 70% of a smallmouth's diet is crawdads. There's really no better way of matching the hash today. It's pretty shallow right through here. So I'm gonna get up here to where the shoal's at, start working that. It's a lot deeper up there. There's some deep holes, and that's why I thought this might be a good place to try it out. So I'll see you guys when we get up there. Looky there, boys. Finally got me one. What in the world? I have hooked a fishing rod. I'm gonna go up here and see where the rest of this is. This was attached to some line. What the heck? Well, it's obviously broken. If there's a rod and reel up here, your boy might be copping it. All right, guys, as you can see, we're back at the God Shoal. Instead of the mud bug, we've got the rainbow trout Propduster tied on. The heck was that? Let me see if I can get some bites on this thing today. I've already missed a bite, but unfortunately, my battery pack has crapped the bed. So I've only got a limited amount of battery time on the GoPro today. So I'm only gonna record where I think I'm gonna catch a fish, where I've gotten bites before. But as you guys can tell, the water level has increased. They've actually started letting water out of the dam, I would assume. Current is so much stronger. It's gonna make it a lot more fun to cross today. Yeah, the water level's gone up at least a few inches since I've been here earlier. So that should open up some new spots for us and should hopefully get us a smallie today. Right now I'm using the baby bear version of the Propduster. Figured that'd be the best profile for smallies, and I've already missed a bite, so I'm feeling pretty confident in our chances here. But like I said, getting across all this is gonna be the fun part. Current's picked up quite a bit. As you can see, this eddy is now prevalent because of so much water flow. So is everything out here in front of me. This eddy is actually so much stronger now. Bunch of bayfish jumping out of the water right here. Got so many bayfish jumping out of the water. Obviously they think it's a trout chasing them, and I'm hoping a smallie will react to it. Current picking up, there happens to be a lot more debris in the water though, so I'm picking it up almost every cast. Now the wind's blowing in my face, so I'm gonna start making my way out here to the middle. Oh my God, that was a smallmouth. Wow, that was my first hookup with the Propduster on a smallie. That was pretty cool. Already you guys can tell the difference in the water level. You can't even see the rock shelves that are in front of me right now, but trust me, they're there. With this water level being a little bit higher, some toad smallies can push up into that. You better believe they use that as an ambush point. Oh my God, that was amazing. I gotta get this fish. On the bank, on the bank, on the bank, on the bank. Wow. That right there is insane. That's my first smallie on the Propduster. That's not a bad fish either, guys. 2 seconds while I get my grippers out so I can show this fish off to you. It's a beautiful little smallie. Let's give myself some slack here. And check that out, guys. Not a huge smallie or anything, but how crazy is it that he tried to eat that Propduster? That is awesome. And look at his eyes, man. That's so cool. All right, I'm gonna get my phone out and take a picture or two. FaceTime Bootstrap Bill.
Making a FaceTime call to Bootstrap Bill.
I'm gonna get this guy some water really quick. Hey, what's up, man?
I'm assuming you caught a hog, right?
Oh, well, he's not a hog or anything. Actually, I'll just show it to you this way. I got him on the Propduster, though. He's not huge or anything. He's probably about 1.5 pounds. But look, he tried to eat that thing, dude. Oh, my God. I didn't even know I had this guy on. Check that out. It's hanging out of his mouth. Isn't that awesome?
Damn right.
Yeah, I missed a bigger one about 10 minutes ago. The water level is back up, though. Look at this. It's at least 4 inches higher than it was this morning.
Looks good.
Yes, sir. And it gave me a smallie, so I didn't get skunked today.
Cool.
Hey, man, I'll call you right back, but let me take some pictures really quick, okay?
Okay, man.
All right, adios. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and unhook him, and then we're gonna release this guy. Like I said, he's nothing huge, man, but it's just awesome getting a smallie to bite this. And check out my first smallmouth on the Propduster. Oh my God, he's still got a ton of life to him. Man, these things are so feisty. That's why I love smallmouth. And if you saw the way that he jumped out of the water, man, that's why I love him, man. How many times can I say man in a sentence? Well, buddy, I don't see you sticking around for long. I want to make sure he makes it. I'm going to put him in a little bit shallower water. This current is pretty strong. And here we go. One last look. Thanks for coming up and saying hey, buddy. Look at him. Oh. You got it, big guy. You got it, buddy. You can do it. I want to make sure he's okay before he gets out into the water. Oh yeah, there he goes. Awesome, that's so cool. Gotta love smallies, man. This right here is what that little bass tried to eat. Isn't that insane? And if he'll eat it, I know that the bigger ones will. That fish was sitting right up against that tree in the shade where it kind of eddies out. That's the only place they could really be sitting to get out of this current. First bite on this thing felt more like a slam. That was a very subtle take. I actually didn't even know I had him on until he jumped out of the water. Whoa, that was a big swell. Wow. Wow, he's a little bit better. That's more like it. Oh, he's hooked really well too. I'm gonna get him up here. Man, I thought I saw a big swell. I'm actually gonna beach him. That way I can get my grippers out. Wanna make sure I don't lose this fish. And check that out. Like I said, these fish aren't huge or anything. Man, that's a solid little fish. I mean, just look at that. That is a sight you can never get tired of seeing. Man, these are good hooks. This smallie was not coming off. There we go. Let's wash this guy off. Look at that. What a nice quality little smallmouth. Got him on the Rainbow Trout Propduster. Check that out. Isn't that cool? All right, guys, let's go ahead and release this guy. Don't worry, buddy. I'm gonna let you back. Ooh, almost didn't get a release video there. He almost got away from me, buddy. Check out that mouth. Small mouth, but big eyes and a big stomach. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And there he goes. Right behind those rocks. Oh, smallies are so cool, and he's going out into the deep. Wow. Gotta love smallmouth, man. Oh, that's a good fish. Oh my God. Oh man, hold on guys. I'm gonna stop recording so I can save the battery. Check that out, guys. What a nice smallie to end the day. This is how we're ending the day of catching no fish all day to these bad girls right here. This is just insane. I'll tell you what, he slammed that. I thought he was way bigger. I had my drag set a little bit low. And what a way to end the day. Nothing huge. He's probably a 2.7, but man, check that out. This is exactly why I love smallies so much. But guys, because my GoPro battery's about to die, I'm gonna go ahead and release this guy, and then I'll see you guys in the outro. Check out that mouth.
So that's my luck. The GoPro battery died, unfortunately, but at least you guys got to see me hooking the fish and holding it and all that jazz. And that last mouth shot's a pretty good one. So I'm glad you guys got to at least see that. This right here is what caught those smallies. Crazy that a glide bait in a shoal of this profile can catch smallies that are like 2.5 pounds. And I guarantee if the 2.5 pounders and even smaller will hit this, think of the toads that are going to slam this thing. I can't wait, and I'm gonna probably try it today. If you guys are interested in copping one of these, then don't worry, I have links in the description. You guys can check these things out. Rainbow Trout Propduster. Gets them every time. In fact, the Propduster holds my PB for a largemouth right now, and funny enough, I'm pretty sure that it'll get me my PB smallie. I was hoping to be on the Drunken Mullet, and right now it is, but I think in future fishing trips, that is going to get me my PB. And if you guys want to catch your PB, then just check out that link below. You guys can check out all the Chasebaits lures. You can even cop one of these awesome hats. Everything like that and more in the description below. But like I said, guys, crazy episode. I'm so glad I actually got some smallies. I got a ton of bites, and I just wanted to make sure that I actually held one today, and I got to do that. But if you guys enjoyed this episode of Teach a Man to Fish, and you want to see more, then be sure to hit the like button below, comment, rate, subscribe, do what you guys do, and I'll see you guys in the next one.